All right, I'm glad you stuck around. This is the six-pack mind tip of the day. Like I was saying about fitness, fitness is great and I think it's really important, but what I think is actually more important is having the right mindset. What I've learned is to be successful in anything in life, there's a certain mindset that you must have. And my six-pack mindset tip of the day is begin to live with intention. Everything that was ever created by mankind first started with a thought, and then it moved into intention. And every person that's ever achieved anything great in life, any great athlete, any great business person, all achieved that because they lived with clear intention. So I wanted to share a book with you guys and encourage you guys to read this book. It was called Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. This is where I learned about the power of intention. And in the book, Napoleon Hill studied all the great minds of the time, all the successful people of the time, and he found that there were certain mindsets that they all shared that was different than average people, even middle class and poor people. And one of the main characteristics was they all had clear intention, and with that clear intention, they also lived with intense focus on what the desired outcome was. And so, this is the important thing, is that it's not enough really to just have clear intention. We also have to stay focused on our intention, whatever it is that we desire, and we have to take action. But we have to take effective action, and our approach, action and approach kind of go hand in hand. And so here's the thing: you could be as focused as you want, you could have all the intention in the world to get to California, but if your approach is wrong and you just keep driving south, you're never going to get there. So that's important to understand. So how do we increase our ability to manifest our intention in our lives? One of the best ways to do that is to find role models. And it doesn't have to be people that you know. My role models, most of my role models, I never met. There were people who wrote books, and I read about them in books and biographies, and they're people that I follow online. So I want to share with you some tips from one of my greatest role models, Anthony Robbins. I always talk about him. I think he's got incredible understanding of human behavior and mind, and how to just help people reach peak performance. And one of the things he says is, when you have intention, you should always have a clear desired outcome. But then there's questions you have to ask yourself, like, what's working in my life? What's working? That's an important thing to ask yourself. Am I making progress? That's the benchmark. Is the action that I'm taking, am I making progress through it? Then ask yourself, what's not working? And if things aren't working, obviously stop doing that. And then the last question you ask yourself is, and it goes right along with the second question, what's not working? When things aren't working, change your approach continuously until you get the results that you want. Don't quit. That's the problem with a lot of people, is that when things stop working, they quit. And that's a loser. Winners change their approach. Not everything that you do, not every decision you make, not every idea is going to be a good idea. So you move on to the next idea. You change your approach continuously until you get the results that you want. And the last thing I want to leave you guys with about the power of intention is that I want you to understand that there's far more going on in this beautiful universe. This universe is just made up of energy. We are energetic beings. And if you even look into the science, see, I believe when we have intention, there's far more coming into our assistance to help us. And even science right now, the science of quantum physics, says that we all are connected to one universal energy source. And I call that source God. But if you like science, the father of quantum physics said, who was Max Planck, he won the Nobel Prize. He said that all matter exists by virtue of a force, and we must assume that behind this force is the existence of a conscious, intelligent mind. And this mind is the matrix of all things. So when we live with intention, I believe that we're connecting to this source. And I know it sounds weird, but I'll challenge you to look into this. all the great successful people, whether it be a professional athlete, whether it be movie stars, I won't say all, but a lot of them, wealthy, successful people, a lot of them believe this, that there's something else that they're connecting to when they live with intention. And I'm going to tell you that not everything that you intend to, when you begin to live with intention, not everything that you desire is going to manifest in your life. But I'll tell you this, you'll see far more manifest in your life when you begin to live with intention. I've seen it in my life. I haven't gotten everything that I wanted, but the more I live with intention, the more I see the things manifest and the things that I desire manifest in my life. So I want to leave you with that. I want to encourage you to begin to practice living with intention. That's my six-pack mind tip of the day. If you like this video, share it with someone, comment, subscribe.